Hey everyone, welcome to the 4.5 video on proving triangles congruent by ASA and AAS. So today's objectives is to determine if triangles are congruent using angle, side angle, and angle, angle, side. And we're going to prove triangles congruent using angle, side, angle, and angle, angle, side. All right, so let's get to it. So ASA stands for what I've been saying here, angle, side, angle. And what that means is you're going to have two angles. Okay, we have two angles here. We have A and A. And then the side has to be the included side. So included meaning between those two marked angles. So it would be like right there. It's the side between the two congruent angles. So if this angle's congruent, this angle's congruent, that side. Right? AAS stands for angle, angle, side. So that would be an angle here is congruent to an angle there, another angle is congruent to another angle, and then that side is the non-included side. So I actually have two options here. If I just want to generically mark this as angle, angle, side, I could do this side to this side, because it would be AAS, or getting rid of that, I could have done this side to this side, because that's still angle, angle, side. So the thing about this side is it's the non-included or not included, I'm not sure, but it's the non-included, I say non-side. Alright, so for numbers 1 through 3, we have to state the third congruence that must be given to prove that triangle DEF is congruent to triangle MNO by the indicated postulate or theorem. Alright, so whenever I see problems like this and they start giving me information like here in number 1, segment EF is congruent to NO, angle N is congruent to angle E, I need to draw it for myself. So I'm going to draw myself a little triangle each and every time. Two triangles, I should say. Okay, so DEF is one of the triangles, and then MNO. Alright, let's go ahead and put marks with where they want me to mark stuff. They told me that EF is congruent to NO, alright, marked. Angle N is congruent to angle E. Okay, so I need to do angle, angle, side. That means I have to be very careful not to mark, I don't know why this isn't arched very well. Okay, I need to be very careful to mark the correct side. With angle, angle, side, it's the non-included side. So because of that, I think to myself, if I was to mark this angle congruent to this angle, that side, notice, it becomes the included side. It's between those two angles. So that's not the second angle that I need. And I know I need an angle because they gave me a side, they gave me an angle. That means I need to mark one more angle. It's gotta be angle D congruent to angle M. Alright, so next one. Again, I have to draw my two triangles, DEF. I'm going to draw them a little bit smaller this time because I'm scared I'm going to run out of room, or I'm going to actually stack them this way. MNO, they're not beautiful. That's okay. We're not going for beauty here. Alright, so I know I have a side congruent to a side and an angle congruent to an angle. If I want to show that they're congruent by angle, side, angle, that means my last congruency is going to have to be an angle. So EF is congruent to NO, alright, marked. Angle N is congruent to angle E, alright, marked. Now because it's angle, then a side, it's going to have to be angle F congruent to angle O for that one, right? Because it has to go in order. You can't jump around the triangle. Angle, side, angle, 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 side are two different things. Just really quick to reiterate. This is angle, angle, side. This would be angle, side, angle. Notice how the side is what's different. It changes. It's either included. In this case, it's included. In this case, it is not included. The two angles are marked next to each other and then a random side. Alright, at this point I want everyone to do me a favor and somewhere next to the title of these notes, draw a smiley face, please. Alright, so let's go ahead and do number 3. Draw two triangles. label them DEF and MNO. And now let's see, they gave us two angles. They gave me that angle D is congruent to angle M, and then also F is congruent to O, so those two are congruent. So now we have to decide. They want angle, side, angle, not angle, angle, side, so that side has to be very specific. It has to be the one that's between, just like it says in the congruency, angle, side, angle, you literally have to have angle, side, angle. So we would say we want DF to be congruent to MO. All right, not much different with this last example, 4 through 6, which I only see 4 through 5, so I think we need to change that typo. But they want to say, okay, for number 4, to make these two triangles congruent by side, 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 what's missing? Well, look at number 4. We already have two sides, so for side, 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 it would have to be the third side congruent to the third side. So AC would have to be congruent to DF. All right, here we want side, angle, side. So in order for it to be side, angle, side, that middle angle has to be between the two sides. So hopefully you guys see that it will be angle B congruent to angle E. For number 5, I would like you guys to try this on your own. Pause the video and see if your answers will match the ones that I'm going to put up in just 1 second. Right, here are the answers. For the first one, you should have gotten that angle H has to be congruent to angle K. And then for angle, angle, side, you should have gotten that angle J congruent to angle M. If you did not get those answers, make sure that you ask your teacher once you get to class. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day. See you in a bit.